When your cat stretches the exact second they see you, do you actually know what they're trying to communicate? Sure, it looks like they are simply loosening up after a long nap. But behind that ordinary little movement lies a hidden message that most pet parents completely miss. This specific gesture is one of the most intimate, biologically profound signals your feline can ever offer you. If you ignore it, you are entirely missing their unique way of saying, "I love you." Today we are decoding the secret language of the feline stretch. Here is what your cat is desperately trying to tell you. Number 1, it is a calculated social greeting, not a physical necessity. Here is a question most people never stop to consider. If your cat was genuinely just trying to loosen up a stiff body, why do they wait to do it at the exact moment you walk into the room? Why didn't they stretch 5 minutes ago when you were completely out of sight? The answer is simple but profound. This is not about their physical body. It is entirely about you. Animal behaviorists and feline researchers have a specific term for this action. They call it social stretching. It is a highly intentional, deliberate physical action triggered strictly by your visual presence, not by tight muscles. Think about the gravity of that for a second. Your cat spots you walking down the hallway, and something deep within their brain fires off a signal that says, "Now." The timing is never an accident. It is a highly sophisticated form of nonverbal communication. Most cat owners see their pet stretch smile, think it looks cute, and simply move on with their day. But you are not like most cat owners. Now you know that this is your cat actively reaching out trying to bridge the gap between your two species. It is a deliberate, warm greeting. Number 2, the greeting bow displays deep maternal trust. If you pay close attention, you will notice that this specific stretch looks very different from a normal, everyday muscle stretch. When your cat greets you, they usually plant their back legs firmly, extend their front paws far out in front of them, and dip their chest low to the ground while keeping their hips high in the air. This downward dog-style motion is not just a random yoga pose. It is a biological greeting bow. This specific posture is deeply rooted in feline development. When kittens are very young, they use this exact stretching motion as a way to approach their mothers. It is a physical display of submission, trust, and affection. When your fully grown adult cat executes this exact same bow the moment you walk through the door, they are engaging in a beautiful psychological regression. Because they feel so profoundly safe and protected in your presence, they are elevating you to the status of a maternal figure. They are treating you with the exact same unconditional trust that a vulnerable kitten gives to its mother. By doing this, they are telling you that you are the ultimate provider of safety in their world. Number 3. Their tiny paws are secretly claiming you with scent. Did you know that your cat has powerful scent glands located in places you probably never even imagined? While most owners know about the glands on a cat's cheeks and chin, there is another dense cluster of scent glands located right between the soft pads of their paws. This biological detail makes the greeting stretch incredibly fascinating. When your cat stretches out their front legs toward you, they almost always flex their paws, spreading their toes wide and sometimes even lightly, kneading the carpet or the couch cushions. Every single time they flex those paw pads, they are actively releasing pheromones. These chemical signals are completely undetectable to the human nose, but to another feline they scream volumes. So what does this have to do with you? When your cat stretches right at your feet, or on the cushion next to you, they are leaving invisible chemical markers behind. They are literally signing their name on your shared space. It is a territorial behavior, but not in an aggressive, defensive way. It is what behaviorists call comfort territory. They are marking the area around you as a safe zone, quietly telling the rest of the world, "This human belongs to me, and I belong to them." Number 4. Your presence acts as a biological endorphin trigger. This is perhaps the most incredible physiological secret behind the greeting stretch. Stretching naturally feels good. When a mammal stretches, the physical elongation of the muscles triggers the brain to release a sudden, powerful rush of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good hormones. When your cat sees you, they experience an immediate emotional spike of happiness. Their brain associates your face, your scent, and your voice with comfort, food, safety, and love. Because your arrival makes them feel so good emotionally, their body subconsciously craves a physical release to match that internal joy. By stretching, they are giving themselves a hit of endorphins to physically complement the happiness you just brought into the room. You are literally their biological trigger for pleasure. They do not do this for strangers, and they certainly do not do this for people they merely tolerate. When your cat drops into a deep stretch, just because you made eye contact with them, it is because your mere existence in that room brings them an overwhelming sense of joy that their body physically has to express. Number 5, the morning stretch is a sacred shift change ritual. Have you ever opened your eyes in the absolute earliest hours of the morning, only to find your cat sitting patiently right next to your pillow? And the exact second you make eye contact, they immediately break into a massive full-body stretch. You might think they just woke up at the exact same time as you, but that is rarely the case. Cats are crepuscular creatures, which means they are biologically hardwired to be most active at dawn and dusk. While you were deeply asleep, your cat was likely awake for hours, quietly patrolling the dark house or watching the shadows. They could have stretched their muscles at any point during the night, but they chose not to. Instead, they waited specifically for your eyes to open. This is not a coincidence. It is a dedicated morning ritual. Feline behavior experts believe this highly timed stretch acts as a shift change. It is your cat's way of saying, "I stood guard while you were vulnerable in the dark. And now that you are awake, we can finally begin our day together." It is the ultimate feline version of saying good morning, and they exclusively save this ritual for the single human they share the strongest, most unbreakable bond with. Number 6. They are intentionally disarming their defenses. To truly understand the gravity of the greeting stretch, you have to look at it through the lens of wild survival. A cat is a predator, but because of their small size, they are also prey. Their bodies are built like coiled springs, always maintaining enough muscle tension to allow them to instantly sprint away or fight back at the very first sign of danger. When a cat engages in a deep, elongated stretch, they are doing something incredibly dangerous from a survival standpoint. By fully extending their spine, stretching out their limbs, and exposing their soft underbelly, they are completely disarming themselves. A cat locked in a deep stretch cannot instantly run away, and they cannot easily defend themselves from a sudden attack. Therefore, when your cat chooses to stretch the exact second you enter the room, they are making a profound psychological statement. They are proving that your presence completely negates their fight or flight response. By disarming themselves in front of you, they are demonstrating absolute unconditional trust. They know that as long as you are standing there, nothing bad will ever happen to them. Number 7. What it actually means if your cat never does this. If you have been watching this and suddenly feeling a pit in your stomach because your cat never stretches when they see you, please take a deep breath. Do not panic. This absolutely does not mean that your cat hates you or that your bond is irreparably broken. However, it does mean there is a subtle miscommunication happening that is worth paying attention to. Cats who do not exhibit social stretching usually fall into one of two categories. The first is environmental tension. If your home is loud, chaotic, or has unpredictable routines, your cat might keep their body in a state of rigid readiness. They will not stretch because they simply do not feel safe enough to drop their guard and disarm themselves. The second reason is learned behavior. Remember, the social stretch is a greeting. If your cat stretched in front of you several times in the past and you simply walked right past them without stopping to acknowledge it, they learned that this specific signal does not work on you, so they stop trying. The wonderful news is that this connection can easily be rebuilt. You just have to start paying closer attention. When your cat does anything that even remotely looks like an attempt to connect, stop what you are doing. Acknowledge them. Offer a slow blink. Speak in a soft, warm tone, or offer a gentle scratch behind the ears. You have to actively teach them that their subtle signals are being received and appreciated. The secret language of cats is incredibly quiet, but once you learn how to translate it, you realize just how loudly they are saying, "I love you," every single day. I would absolutely love to know who you are sharing this beautiful, quiet bond with. Please take a second to drop your cat's name in the comments down below so we can celebrate the amazing felines who trust us with their entire world.